that he just dropped there. That's history. Oh. Don't participate in any protest. Oh. I just played to you the northern version, Abi. Now, I'm still going back to that story of 500 million naira. Don't worry, I'll tell you about that too. I just told you the version of London, Nigeria, Abi. The Ronukus of the Ronu Nazis, the Ronukus of the West, Yoruba land, right? Their own as well about this protest is that it is the Nnamdi Azikiwe in his grave that will be controlling it. And if Nnamdi Azikiwe is not going to control it from his grave, if it be Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is, that is the obsession. No? Now, he said, let me tell you a story. During the coup, they told Nnamdi Azikiwe to travel abroad. We have read the history of why we struck here, right? But people like him and the Akintola descendants, the children of perdition, Omo Alile Yorubas, right? Who have always, for everything they stand for, is always against Yoruba land. Everything. There were those who sold Awolowo. There were those who frustrated Awolowo's political advancement. There were those who orchestrated the death of Awolowo. But guess what? There were now those who are now wearing the cap of Awolowo. But when you look at everything they are doing, it's completely anti-Yoruba. Education, anti-Yoruba. Infrastructure, anti-Yoruba. People development, anti-Yoruba. What else? Defending the interest of the Yoruba when the Fulanis were coming to kidnap and kill us, right? They ignored the Fulanis. They went after the Igbos. It's always the same card. Repeat it again and again and it will be the truth. We are fighting for our land. We cannot let them control our land. They say they are super race. They are master race. They are not master race. Nobody called themselves master race over anybody. This whole hatred is manufactured and created by this descendant of partition in Yoruba land. Yorubas are suffering. The most videos we have been seeing, they are Yorubas. Being power, being power, we can no longer eat well. The Olori Buruku Abobakus would rather want those people to die in silence. Shut up your mouth, Jare. The whole country is facing it. Stop shouting. Stop letting people see that you are the one crying. Being power, they don't care about them. And they said they will give you food. We are going to share food very soon. They don't care about Yoruba land. They don't care about anything Yoruba. What they care most about is the fact that they have political power. That's all they care about. And any threat to that political power, they will bleed. They will do anything. Yoruba land is retrogressing. They know it. When they roll out the numbers of or let me say the statistic for the unemployed in Nigeria, man, people who invested so much money on their children education inside Nigeria. Today, the children are now graduates, jobless. They are still living with them, collecting pocket money, feeding money, all wallowing in that same 42% food inflation country created by these rogues. They would rather give you money, share money, go and buy food. That is their own economic policies. Job creation is when they created something to extort the people so they can put agberos together that will begin to ask you for money in suits and say, they don't care about anything. What they care about is that political power. It is similar to the Alimajiri mentality, Alimajiri mentality of northern Nigeria. As long as we have the political power, alhamdulillah, let's just pray to God to convince them so that they can do the right thing for us. Anything that will take power away from us, we no go agree. They will lie, they will slander, they will defame, they will blackmail, they will gaslight, they will do everything, and they will blame you for it. It's unfortunate, right? So I am pointing all this out, not just for you Igbos to feel good. I'm pointing this out for for those who are non-Igbos to see how easy they can easily be played. And even if you take the Igbos out, let's even take the Igbos out now. A lot of you are also being played against yourselves, tribal versus tribal. In northern Nigeria, where it is now alleged that Tifnumbu has actually mobilized over 500 million naira for the Sheikh, the cleric that is ready to push this agenda to make sure that there is nothing called protest in northern Nigeria. Okay, they will be given 16 million naira. And this 16 million naira has been given to those who have collected them. And you may not know much. Those of you probably are not following them, what is going on in northern Nigeria. These young people are already calling them out. You know the wahala now. Those clerics who collected money, who are now using style to discourage the people from coming out or something, right? Most of them are now changing their mouth that, hey, we know everybody is angry, but there's something you need to know. Even if you are angry, even if you disagree with us, your sheikhs, it is not godly for you to abuse us the way you are abusing us. I mean, if you cannot abuse your fathers, as we all know in Islam, you cannot abuse your father or disobey your father. You cannot also disobey your teacher. This is their message, not me saying, they are saying it now that everybody that is calling them out for collecting money. Oh, we didn't collect money. Oh, Allah is our witness. We did not collect money from Tifnumbu. We just thought that protest is haram in Islam. And we don't want anybody to follow people who are trying to use you. What do you mean by people want to use them? It's un-Islamic. Because protests can now lead to violence. You see hypocrisy too. People where they protest Palestine, Israel war. Abi, abeti bagbe. Do you know how many times they have staged different protests in northern Nigeria for what is happening in Islamic countries? Do you know how many times? Do you know how many times such protests have turned to violence? A Denmark cartoonist drew the cartoon of Prophet Muhammad in a very insulting way. Denmark, do you know how many people they killed in Nigeria because of that? Sheikh, I tell you, over 400 people were killed. And these were the infidels because of a cartoon. They were protesting. Yeah. But when it comes to their welfare, government responsibility, if Imam will begin to tell you it is haram to protest against your leaders. So wahala is going on in that part as we speak. And the wahala is also coming from the house. I mean, it's going into the household of, look at this one. This is the Sheikh that I showed you earlier. 74-year-old man. A career criminal himself. Succeeding or surviving. You see, as we talk about your criminal pastors, your pastorpreneurs, we also have all these jihadist clerics from northern Nigeria. They are oluri brukus like some of your pastors too. You get what I mean? The agutons, the shippies that they are controlling, they pray they never get to know better. And that is why people like that man, people like him is so important. He is so important because he can read Arabic. Like that, that makes him special. Then he can indoctrinate people, tell them what Allah asks them to do by killing infidels. A shame. But those are the kind. So you have them in northern Nigeria. They are called Sheikh or Imam or this or that, right? In southern part, they are called pastors. But anyway, inside the hell Rufai's household, it could be like say, Omaseye, which is Sam Omaseye, Abi Omosheye, spelled as Omaseye. Anyway, I must say, I think I should even get his image on, okay? But give me a sec. I want to put up something like father, like fraud. That is what Obasanjo wrote. It isn't a report, so to say, okay? It is practically a column written by Sam Omas Angono. I'm trying to look for the link so I can read some of it out to us. It's just an opinion, right? And it was because El Rufai's son said that Tifnumbu is not too big to be voted out. And Tifnumbu will be voted out in 2027 because they have been attacking his father. They've been attacking his father for no reason. And therefore, Tifnumbu must go. So Sam Omase now put pen to paper. I've been a keyboard to the screen. So make a read in part. He said, a tweet went viral last week. Let's see if I can even get that one. You see what I'm reading? It's on my screen. A tweet went viral last week from the fingers of a lawmaker and son of former Kaduna governor, Bello Rufai. I did not see it until quite a few people forwarded it to me. A former minister also sent it to me with a comment, this little prick needs to be put in his place. What did Bello, a member of House of Representatives, write? Thanks, I left the office early to see him off at the airport. I just told him a lot of you do love him and I've been supportive. I shared some tweets to him. We also laughed at a shameless idiot, Sam, the houseboy at 70, of the toilet paper called The Nation. Of course, he accompanied the tweet with a picture of the back of his father, the former governor who bleeds rather than talk. So Sam continued. He said, so that is the quality of a lawmaker in today's democracy of the 21st century. A father is accused of stealing over 400 billion naira. The son goes to the toilet to defend him. Is that the sort of family that should spill into the public square? So, if father is an accused thief, son is a liar. What a combo of a family. Who is shameless, if not a thief or a liar? The Nation is toilet paper, but it was not so when it defended him in the past, when he made headlines against his enemies. It is because he has a toilet imagination that Bello's father can be accused of stealing, and he does not hide himself in the shadows. He calls me 70. Where is his facts? His father returned to Atiku, the man he betrayed for OBJ. He has returned to his own vomit. So it is a case of a traitor cohabiting with a defector. What a marriage. And they say they love this country. Bello himself has been pampered by his father. He never had any real job in this country before he became lawmaker, except a stint at a Chinese firm his father helped him get. He schooled outside this country. I recall challenging his father at Sheraton some time ago in front of my editor colleagues when he wanted to advertise his integrity. He said his salary was small. I asked him how he funded his children, including Bello, from a government salary that could not pay more than a month's rent abroad. He could not answer me then. Now I know why, and why his son must defend his father. Ram Omaseye. Rumble in the house of the traitors. You see, we call the Nigerian criminals, we call them criminals. Do you actually know that these people are traitors? They betray the trust of the people, loot the treasury, then try to gag the people from reacting. They jail decent views, everyone who disagrees with them. They get them killed or jailed. Now, they want to get away with all crimes because they have been getting away with all crimes. These are not just criminals. These are traitors. You treat them that way. From the north to the east. Let's say from the north to the west. From the east to the south. Middle belt to the creek of Niger Delta. They are criminals and they are traitors. Put it that way. So yeah, we're going to be reading all this. We're going to be seeing all this, and they're going to be sounding more like a theatrical. Like, what are you going to do? And then what are you going to do? The most you can do is to go after them. You go after them as they have come after you. They are united against you. Don't be divided against them. Your protest will take place, but is it going to be effective enough to actually effect any change that can make a little bit of difference in your lives? The ball is in your court. You can put it that way. It's in your court. But how do you feel out there? Generally, our guy, no more peaceful protests. How's this for us?
Baba, you know if you just sleep on your own one day, wake up, see say the masses of this country, they suffer. For the example, I dey for the area where they produce garri now. If you see garri where I buy 300, garri where I buy 300, see am, see garri, see garri, e dey like dog fowl egg.
This eba wey na dey see so na 300 naira own.
This eba 300.
300 naira own. Tinubu, wetin dey do so?
300 eba.
You no be just sleep, just wake up.
On your own.
We dey suffer.
On your own, talk through. How many?
300 naira for this small eba. See am. I just say make person no vex.
How many way you fit chop beg belle for you?
I don't understand. Person go carry 40,000 naira enter market. You no go fit buy food.
Now where they produce about 300 eba be this so? Come talk of if you go VI.
I don't understand.
All those baby men area
I don't understand.
where you they stay. I think say the garri go be for 300.
300 for this small eba. You say see am yourself.
300. You see how the person do am. Just because of say garri too cost, see am he do am.
One pint of garri na 4,000 naira now.
See
4,000 naira for one pint.
You don't pour water full.
Baba, wetin dey do for that seat?
You don't pour water full.
You know the system.
You don't pour water full and see how it be. See how it be.
You know the system we dey suffer.
About 300.
You know the system we dey suffer.
You don't try.
Wetin dey do for that seat? You just dey there, sit down, doing nothing. You come like say we no get president.
You don't try. We well dey happy say if you enter, you go change things.
Hey, alaye.
Come worse town.
Man, I hear me.
Igbo
people. Try. Igbo people. Man, I go relax. You know, don't talk say I want join this protest. We like this, we dey ready. Especially me. Like this, I dey ready. No be say na whining. I dey ready. Una say me finish. I don't dey finish. Like this, man no get joy. I dey ready. This protest, we go run am.
You don't try. You.
This month, July 29, we go run this protest.
You don't try.
This country, you must do well. You must do well.
The protest. You don't try at all.
This government go end up. This your government. We go end up. This your bad character. We go end up. In Abikanu, una go free am. Yaya Bello, una go arrest am.
Una go bring that man back.
In Abikanu, una go release am. Una go free am. Yaya Bello, una go carry am go lock up. And you mind you, EFCC chairman. Shebi you talk say if they no detain Yaya Bello, abi I take am. Say you go resign. Now Yaya Bello dey wan finish. You don resign. All of una na hypocrite. All of una. Now go do. Well, make I don't even. But wetin me know be say this protest we go run am.
We go run am.
You go run am anyhow. Peaceful protest no dey work. Anyhow we go run am. No fear.
Mona use the man.
Make dem free am. Una go free am.
Person wey thief una no arrest am.
Person wey thief
Person wey dey innocent now una go arrest.
80 billion naira, 80.2 billion naira for that matter.
You no arrest am.
Una no arrest am. Leave where dey work finish. EFCC chairman, you talk say if dem no detain am, you go resign. You don resign. Yaya Bello don dey work finish. You know they whine us. Which type of come be this one? We no get joy like this o.
We no get joy. We no get joy. You see today.
When I see the eba.
300
naira. See am. 300 naira for that matter.
Eba.
How many this kind of eba me wey me I fit chop wey go belle full? Me wey don live finish. Joy no dey o. Wọ́n bí ayọ̀ kò sẹ́jọ́.
Wọ́n bí ayọ̀.
Baba.
So, that is one of the reactions I can bring to your screen. And whether they are just making noise, whether they are serious, we are counting the days. Abi? Now just about 15, 16 days to go. I mean, 17 days. 17 days. So they will start arresting people. I believe they will start kidnapping people like they are doing in Kenya. Rufai is currently facing what is believed to be the, I don't know, I think it should be the political dilemma of his life. And this is former friends. They are actually out to hand him, but he himself feels like he's a cat with 9 lives. And we shall see. During their charade elections, he went to, what do you call it? He was talking to his fellow sort of a mumus, Muslim sympathizers, mumus. He was there and he told a lie to make it sweeter. He lied against the entire Igbo people using the Peter Obi as a contact on something that never happened. I have a combination of that. I just want to put it now because all the people that El Rufai did this for, they are now the people his own son is calling, foolish old men or stupid old men. The people that they now feel like they are not too big to be removed from power. El Rufai did all this to further steer. He says their religious class are steering the rhetoric of hatred. The political class that is funding it, the political class are doing their part too. Now, all the people that El Rufai did this for, they are those who are now gunning for him and they are looking for your sympathy. If you have any though, Obi and El Rufai.
Our elders. In 2013, I went to Anambra State as an official of the APC to witness the by-election for governorship. Your next guest, Peter Obi, was governor. He got me arrested and detained for 48 hours in my hotel room. Now I'm the governor of Kaduna State. And he is coming to Kaduna. In addition to the police and the SSS, I have one mechanized division Nigerian army here if I need to arrest and detain anyone. But we are northerners. We are civilized. We don't do things like that.
When I was coming in here, when I came here now, somebody told me, he said, Peter, your brother, my brother, the governor of Kaduna State, said that he came to my state and I detained him. Let me tell you, it's good when you answer, when these things happen, you clarify them. Number one, in my 8 years of being governor, only in the first 3 months did I have a commissioner that is not from the north. I want you to, only in my first 3 months did I have a commissioner that is not from the north. Commissioner of police. Only 3 months. And that's because I met the person. At the time the governor said this, it was during the election. The police commissioner that was there then was from Adamawa. It says, what is his name again? Gwari, CP Gwari from Adamawa. The AIG that supervised the election was Nasarawa. CP Nasarawa from the north. The DIG that came for that election was from Kano. Tell me, my powers, I was in Abuja. Government was PDP and NPC. Tell me how Abuja person will issue order for somebody to be detained. Even me was detained in my local government and I was working for. But however, all of us I committed is that when they asked me, I said, That's how they treat everybody, that I wouldn't be in Kaduna on day of election. That was the only thing. And he took it up. There's no way. I cannot do that. Co-chairman, I never asked anybody to carry ID. As governor of Anambra State, I have the best ADC in Nigeria, the best policeman. My ADC, Mohammed, is from Kano. He's the best policeman till today that I've ever met. He's from Kano. Who will I give the order? Will governor go and give order on himself? So how will I tell Mohammed, who lives in my house every day, I'm close to his family, I get up and say, Mohammed, I want to deal with your people. And he will say that. Call my ADC today, I'll give you his phone number. He's the best policeman, he's still a policeman, he's CSP now. And he will tell you. So when people say, Peter B is black, 2019, I was vice president. No, I was good man. Now I want to be president, I become bad man. I did not do anything wrong. I want to change Nigeria.
You get that? So the whole story was that it was during the time that they were doing their APC madness. You know, when they were shouting change, Jonathan, everything Jonathan was evil then. So these guys, Nebuchadnezzar, Jonathan at this. You know, Rufai left Kaduna on the day of election. They were holding election in Anambra. Okay, and they said, you know them, they said no movement. Rufai moved from Kaduna into an hotel. He is not an election observer.